Okay, so um, let's get started. So I call this the experience the freedom equity group opportunity. And a lot of time I like to ask our, new perspective, what is, financial independent means to you? Because as we live in a free capitalist society, in this country, we have a whole host of opportunities, and people have different ideas about financial independence, right? And so I'll give it some example here. To me, it's traveling the world to see places that I have never been before. To me, financial independence means that I can today, if I want to buy a plane ticket to go to see the Taj Mahal in India, I can do that. I want to go see the Tower Bridge of London, I can do that. Uh, you know, uh, Build a house of my dream. Okay, I want to live in a nice area. I want to live in a nice home, and that's what it means to me, right? To drive a new car, drive a reliable car that don't die on me in a harsh winter like this winter, right? It means that to have the freedom, the freedom of what? Freedom of being controlled by a boss, right? By a supervisor, or being manipulated, or being treated unfairly at the workplace. Okay, that's what freedom means to me, and freedom to choose. But all of these, without the financial tools, without the vehicle, it's hard to achieve these things. If you look at having a job is better than no job, don't get me wrong. But a job will get you to only a certain point, okay? Because you have to understand that a third of your income will go into, right here. See here. A third of your income, will go into your taxes, and a third of your income will go to pay your bills, and you only get it 1/3 to yourself, right? So in this screen that you see here, it's a very important screen if you know how to dissect it. It talks about basically life in America, and it basically blanketed into a one screen. It's obviously not as simple as this, but it gives you a general framework of how the American people operate. Okay, and most of us will fall into the job category. So here's you. Okay, if you plan to achieve financial independence, okay, the question is, what are your plans? What's the vehicle that's going to get you there? And if you don't have a vehicle, if you don't have a plan, chances are you're going to be using what we call the societal plan, okay, the government's plan, which is to go to school, stay in school, obviously from elementary level, from kindergarten level all the way to high school. They call it compulsory education, so you kind of have to do it. Okay, it's required by law. But after that, then you are encouraged to go to college, get a degree, even going to grad school, and so that you can get a nice, good job, okay, specialized job, in whatever discipline that you want to, in the education level, arena, or healthcare, or whatever that you want in financial, or so you can go work for somebody, right? When you work for somebody, obviously you have an employer. The employer that dictate when you're going to show up, they control your time. The employer, through your contract with the employer, dictate how much you're going to get paid. It dictate how much you are worth, right? And that's how the system goes. So let's just say that, everybody, if I can lump everybody into, one group, okay? It's not this simple, but for the purpose of training and understanding, let's just say that, you are 30 years old, okay? And you are in a position where you're making $70,000 per year. You may be making more right now, but it doesn't matter, okay? Or less. But let's just say that in the next 30 years of your working life, you will earn $2.1 million. So it says in here as a sort of like a joke is that, why employees are just over broke is because, like I said earlier, okay, you have to factor in the taxes, the bills, the expenses, and the necessities, everything that, you need to operate, so after all that stuff, if you're a very good saver, if you're a very good spender, budgeter, okay, then you get about a third to yourself, which is $700,000 in your whole lifetime. And if you divide that by 30 years, that's $23,000 per year. Divide that further by 12 months, that's $1,900 per month. And if you divide that further by, weekly, because obviously most of us live by the weeks, right? Then it's about $400, almost $500 a week. You see, then you still have, other, personal fulfillment that you want to do. This is one of the main reasons why American people can't save much money. Okay, this is one of the main reasons why they work so hard, but yet they can't actually have spendable cash. Okay, you work hard, you live paycheck by paycheck, and you year after year, you don't understand why you can't save money or you don't feel like you're making any money. It's because taxes, it's because bills. If you don't believe me, you take your whole, if you're still an employee, you take your whole entire, checks, okay? Whether you get paid once a week or twice a week, you take every single paycheck and you calculate all the taxes, okay? And then you tally all that. Probably it's going to end up about a third of your whole entire pay. Okay. And that's what I'm talking about. And some of you guys are very good, and most of us are not very good at this. We end up spending more than what we make anyway. So the last third doesn't really, apply to some of us. You see, and we left, questioning. So what's next? What's our options? Well, we heard other people say that, to really make it in life, you got to start a business, right? I don't know about you, but me, when I was, before I even started this business, I wanted to go into business, but every time I want to do that, I got my pencil with a white paper, sat down and draw a plan, right? And a lot of time, every single thing I try to think about, it's already existed out there. Okay, I think about self-employed things like restaurant and gas stations, salons and grocery store, and the thing that always hold me back is that you have to put a large investment in there, 50,000 or 25,000, in a tens of thousand, even hundreds of thousand. And it's pretty high risk. The chance of surviving, as statistics always say, 80% of, small business fail the first year. All right. And the ones that survived in the next 5 years, another 80% will fail. Not because they lack the skill sets, not because of the market, not because of the demanding or, whatnot, or the economy. It's a lot of it has to do with burnout. Okay, burnout, meaning that if you want to maximize profit and minimize cost, let's say if you're a restaurant owner, if you don't maximize the profit and minimize cost, then you have to stick it with, keep it within the family. So dad will be the, chef, and mom will be the, person that maybe take care of the finances, and maybe a daughter or son can help doing the, taking the tables and waitressing and all that stuff. But then you get burnout. You get burnout, and it's you quit because of that. And so I always want to go back to. Then I end up going back to having a job. But I continue to dream about having a business, I think about corporations, I think about franchising, I think about, wow, man, would it be great to be able to start a business that can, start at the bottom. But, so I hear great stories about Sam's Walton's family, starting Walmart Ray Kroc, and starting about, McDonald's and et cetera, et cetera. But the chances are pretty slim for me, What makes these big corporations and franchise successful is because they have, people working for them, right? So people like us that we go to school to get a good grade, to keep good grades, to get a good education, so we can go be marketable, so we can be a good employee. Because in the big corporation, unlike employed small business, in the big corporation, the philosophy is the opposite. All right, they say to maximize profit and minimize cost, you have to hire the right people. Okay, to maximize profit and minimize cost, you have to hire the right people. And those of us who are great employees, we are that individual for Walmart to hire, for McDonald's to hire, or whatever company that we hire to hire, because we are the right person for them to hire. Okay, and the sales or the human resource marketing, whatever. Okay, and so they have the framework of the business model of here's a CEO, and they have people working for them. And even if they don't show up to go to work, they have leverage. You guys understand me? Okay, they have leverage. And that's how they continue to make more and more and more money as the year goes by. It doesn't mean that they just, lazy and stay home, but their main concern is to continue to grow the business, okay? To go to work and grow the business, to go to work and think about how they can compete with other competitors, you see? So what I found out in 2010, July, okay, when I went down to Palm Springs, California, the convention that changed my life is that, wait a minute, a networking is use the same system as big corporation uses, but in a very different manner, in a very different form, okay? And if I understand this, then I can get into this and use the same system, but not spending millions of dollars, that I don't have. So I spent $125 to join FEG, okay? And FEG don't have a product, okay? But we have partners that have products. And we partner up with, financial carriers that are multi-billion-dollar companies, okay? And, they are competing to partner with FEG, and paying $125, you get the system, right? Which tracks the people, which is equivalent to human resources, right? Tracks the business commissions, which is, equivalent to what, payroll, right? Trainings and marketing, all that stuff is already built into the networking umbrella, which in this case, the FEG system. And so what I end up doing is that I can focus on growing the business. So if I start thinking like this, then I start thinking, wow, this is a great opportunity for me to become a business owner, not having to spend so much money and time and resources. And plus, I have all the uplines and all the leaders that is willing to help me grow, help me become successful. Because in the self-employed world, let's say that if you are a restaurant owner, on, one side of the street, and there's another restaurant owner on the other side of the street, is it the best interest for you to be successful? No, it's in their best interest for you to fail. Okay, and so they're not gonna tell you what to do. They're not gonna coach you, because you are their competitor. So in the world of networking like this, the upline or the person that recruit you, or the RVP or the 100K earners that know what they're doing, they want you to win, because when you win, they win. All right. And so this system, to me, when I found that out in 2010, like I always tell you guys, I was like, this is it. This is the future. It's been here all along, but a lot of people just don't see it for its, values. They jump in, they work a few, days or weeks or months, and they're not even running the system correctly, and they quit. The first thing that other people get, they get rejection. And so that's why they're not successful. But if you look at this and see it from the standpoint of you are now an entrepreneur, then you can become very excited about this opportunity, because everything you need is already been, it's already there when you just spend 125. Like I said, you get the tracking system, tracks the people, your back office, your commissions, your training, and have, the first classification competitions, all that stuff is all given to you, all right, as part of your technology fee that you pay. And here's what we have is Ron Blumenkamper as of now as our chairman, Ron Petrinovich, our CEO, and Bill St. Clair as our president. Okay, you have these three gentlemen together. They have close to 100 years of experience in our industry, that leading our company. And when you join a company, you are given a what they call a website, okay, that you can use to attract and market yourself across, as long as you have internet, you can do this business online. And, during the pandemic, instead of our business going down, it's actually double, triple, and quadruple, because we can do this business all in, online. So when you join us, you can do business nationwide. Okay, you can track your business anywhere from the world, in the world. Okay, and becoming a big business owner, not self-employed or small business owner where you just own a job and not a business. So this is a screenshot that's taken last year. You can see that my business is all across the United States, is now double that size. Okay. And so here's an example of one of the weeks that this actually this past recent week that the income, right? The top 21 income earners in here. You can see, you can use this, even if your name is not in here, don't worry about it. When you recruit somebody, they're not really, in a way care so much about you. They care a lot about them. And if they can see that there's income opportunity, like, here you can see Dr. Tong making 8,000, getting paid 8,600, TZ 8,300, Ka Tao, Billy and Quapo and Kwa and Kathy and Kalia, Angelica, Anna, Olivia. So you can, those of you guys who come to our meeting quite a bit, that some of these people's story, right? And tell a little bit about that, and so when they see the kind of income like this, it really blew my mind, their mind, that what, really they have it's a real opportunity here. So we cover good company. What you want to do now is that we have great product. Okay, what do I mean? I just go very simple. Okay, let me ask you a question. Are you financially ready tomorrow? Are you financially ready tomorrow if you cannot work today? Be honest, right? Think about your life. Think about, what your financial situation is right now. Are you financially ready tomorrow if you cannot work today? Okay, see, we have a product that will help you answer yes, absolutely. for that question. Because if you live too long, we have the tax-free income. If you become sick, we have the critical, chronic, and terminal illness riders. If you die too soon, we have the life insurance death benefit. You see that? So, on the right-hand side here, life insurance, you don't have to die to use. You see? And that's really our product sell itself. We don't have to have a, sales pitch. We don't have to convince people of anything. Our insurance illustrations pretty much do all the work for us. And those illustrations are compliant in every single state. And so you don't need to know all the laws in order for you to sell this product. Okay. All you need to do is go through the field training program, learn how to quote, learn how to, do a basic presentation. And that's all that you need to do. Okay. It's a life insurance policy. And that's very, very basic. Okay. Now let's give a quick example here. Let's say that, we talking about a 35-year-old male non-tobacco. And this person happened to buy a freedom product, $1 million, which will cost them $850 a month, for example. You see, the law of compound interest really play into this right now. Okay, so for example, if you pay $850 per month, multiply that by per year, that's 10,200. Okay. If you look at the non-guaranteed current assumptions, interest here is using 7.46. And so 10 years down the road, you pay 102,000, but your account value already come to 91,000, which 86,000 is available for you to use. If you continue further to 20 years, you double the payment, but then you look at the compound interest working for you, all right? It's $305,000, of which if you, quit the company, you get every single dollar. And for 30 years, okay, in 30 years, you pay 306,000, but you already have 718,000 return. You see that? In our product, it really does sell itself. I mean, where else can you put $850 a month, grow at 7%, have a $1 million life insurance attached, plus the living benefits, okay? And when you retire, you can actually use the money as a loan to help you retire. 25 years of income of $40,000. If you tally everything at the end of the, let's say that if you pass away, this person passed away at age 95, they would only be paying to the policy $612,000, but they already take over $1 million. Okay, minus that from the $3.3 million, the total account values, they still have $955,000 left on the surrender value, and add that to the total death benefit, $1 million, their family walk away with $1.9 million. So if you really think about it from the math standpoint, you take $612,000 in trade-off, 1 million here, 1.9, so $2.9 million. You see that? And that's worth, the trade. Now, I mentioned about living benefits. In this policy, the living benefits comes with it, which answers the original question, are you financially ready tomorrow if you cannot work today? And that answer should be yes, if you own this product, because we have the living benefits. If you wake up one day and can't move half of your body, then you have the living benefits that you can claim, right? And depending on how serious the condition is and your age, right? Let's say that if you're really serious under the critical illness rider, okay, category 4 critical, and by then you are 60 years old, okay, you can get up to $799,000, assuming you did not use any of your your cash values. So the policy sell itself. We have a great product, okay? Again, here's an example of one of the clients that able to illustrate, accelerate the living benefit, Dr. John. He bought the IUL primarily for the tax advantage income, but the living benefits were important, but it's secondary. When he was diagnosed with throat cancer, he was, paid over $700,000 and is now cancer free. And that's what they always say, cancer can attack more than just your body. It can also destroy your bank account. Okay. And what you want to do is answer that question. Are you financially ready tomorrow if you cannot work today? To be yes. And that is a product. And if we have a great product like this, then it's obvious that, if you don't have to be a great salesperson, you don't have to come from a sales background to be able to make great income here. And we have multiple ways that you can get paid. Okay. And here we have 7 ways to get paid. Here we have 8 here, but it's pretty much summarized into 7 because the pools here should be just in one category. But we have the personal sales, infinity override, generational override, field training, and all that stuff, right? So let's take a look at a few of these. So let's look at the personal sales. Okay, let's say that you work part-time. From 8 to 5, you have regular work. Okay, regular work. From 6 to 9, how about you do Freedom Equity Group? Okay, and you have 1 appointment per day. Okay, and Monday through Friday you have 5 appointments, but only 2 says yes. Okay, but Saturday and Sunday, instead of having a party to go to, or spending time with your buddies and doing all the other things that you've been doing for all your life, you say, okay, you know what, I want to change my life a little bit. I want to switch things up a little bit. I want to do something that's going to be benefit me financially for the long run. Okay, and then you spend this time to work with FEG, and you do 3 appointments on Saturday, 3 appointments on Sunday, total 6 appointments. So for the weekend, you have 6 appointments, but again, only 2 buys. Total 4 buys, 4 policies for the week. Okay, so each person will pay premium differently, but let's say one person paid $100 a month, the other person pay $50 a month, and the third and the fourth pay $25 a month. Total you collected for the week is $200. Okay, the insurance company will advance a commission to us for the whole year, so times it by 12. So you have $2,400 for the week. And let's say you're just starting and you're 55% your commission contract, right? You make $1,320 for that week if all those policies are approved and issued, right? And so let's say that if you were to do that every week, then you make $5,000 a week. But the other thing the other way that we get paid is the teamwork. Okay, this is the best part. When you can recruit, train, okay, you go through the field training yourself, so you know how to field train your team. You don't have to be an RVP to field train your team, by the way. But for this example, let's say that you're an RVP and you have, 5 direct team members. Okay, A, B, C, and D, and E. Okay, A, RVP, still 55%, so you get 15% override margin. Okay, and let's say A goes out there and fight for their RVP, right? And they get 10,000 for the month, right? You 15% of that, you make 1,500. You see that? Now, Team B, the same way. So you make the same override. Team C, they're still only 45%, but they make less, right? Because they don't know as much. But you override 25%. You times that by 25%, 1,250. Okay. D, the same thing. But now here, Team E is an RVP. So you no longer have a margin. Okay. But the FEG opportunity allow, for somebody that catch up with you. If you reach the point of RVP and above, 70% and above, if anybody catch up with you in that, then they consider you a first generation okay, our VP, and they give you 8%. And in this case 7%. I think this is a little bit outdated. Okay, so you can get 7% in this case, over 1,000. Okay, you can do the math. Before I send it to you guys, I'll change these numbers first. Okay, but the idea here is still the same, that when you work in the networking arena, do not forget the original reason why you joined. It's because you want to be a business builder. All right, you wanna learn the skills. You want to learn the way how to do this. You want to learn how to recruit. Like today, I'm teaching you guys how to recruit so that you can build them and you can have a team like this. You can override. Okay, now it's about the long haul, guys. There is a criticism in our business saying that, this is just one of those things that come and go. No, not with FEG and the financial services. Not if you decide to stay. Okay, I decided to stay. Many of us decided to stay. There are some years that it's pretty dry, yes, but we understand about residual income. We understand that as long as we continue to work, okay, our residual income, our renewals will continue to stack up. So don't quit, guys. Like last time I told you guys, don't quit. Continue to work, okay? Here, let's say personal production, right? In 1 year, if you do 10 policy per month, now you guys check on Team Doc page. Some people are doing, I'll show you in a bit too, more than 10 policy per week. So it's very doable that if you only do 10 policy per month and you do that every month, 120 policy per year, if assuming that on average 1,200 gross commission per policy, then 144,000 total commission. After the anniversary of the first year of your policy, they will pay you about 3% or even like 2%. It doesn't matter. Okay, between 2 and 3%, depending on the product and depending on policy. Okay, now 4,320 times that by your commission level, assuming you're 70%, that's $3,024 per year divided by 12. That's $252 monthly residual income that come to you even after all the work that's been done. Okay. Now, what if you build a team and you teach them to do exactly the same thing, right? 10 policy per agent for a whole year. Okay, you do the same math. Now you divide it by, you times 15%, not 70%, because that's, you times that by your commission, your override. Okay, not your personal. So 6,480 divided by 12 months, $540 monthly residual income. You add those two together in 5 years, okay, 2,007. You add all of that together, okay, you have a $13,000 monthly income part-time, okay? And that's why I tell a lot of, when I fast started the new team members, I felt confidently to tell them that, listen, join us, work the system, be coachable, do what we tell you to do. If you have an interest in changing your financial income, work with us. And in the next 3 to 5 months and 6 months, if you don't see any change at all, if you didn't see any change, come back to me. Come back to me and claim your 125. I personally will reimburse you. Okay, if you follow the system, you do the field training program, you come to the meeting, you do what exactly the system tells us to do, and you don't feel any change. Okay, I do not give any guarantee amount of money, but if you don't feel any changes in your financial, come back and claim your 125. All right, see, so far in more than 12 years, like I always tell the people, I haven't had anybody come back and claim that small $125, because they know that along the way, if they fail in this business, it's not because of the system or the product or anything. It's because something happened along the way and they couldn't catch up. Okay. And so they quit. Right. So I want you guys to understand that this business is not a matter of can you do it. It depends if you are serious about pursuing your dream. It depends if you are serious about changing your life. Many people don't think they can do it because of a few reasons only. Number one, they say they don't have money to join. 125, don't have money. I can't afford it. Right. I spent all the money on a holiday and, I can't do this because I can't come up with 125. Well, to us, that's more of a reason why you should do this, to make more money. Okay. You don't want to say you don't want to be engaged in anything at all because you don't have money, then how long is your cycle is going to repeat, right? Some people say, oh, I got no time. I'm working full time. I'm a mom. I'm a dad. A community leader. I'm a church leader. I have a lot of things on my plate right now. I have, my side job. I have my, hobbies. I got my friends. I got all this stuff. I got no time. Okay. Well, everybody have 24 hours. Okay. You're supposed to work 8 hours, sleep 8 hours, and you have 8 hours to do whatever you want to do. You see, earlier in my career, when I graduated with a PhD, and by the time I graduated with a PhD, that was 2011. I got 2 girls and I have a PhD and my business already, I already reached $100,000 per year. My business expanded to 7 different regions, locations, centers across the United States. And people ask me, how did you do that? You see, my quick answer to them is that, I sleep less than many of you guys. I'm young. I'm what, 28, 20, at the time, 29. I only need 4 hours of deep sleep and the next I wake up fresh as new. Okay. I have, my husband hat to wear. I have my, father hat to wear. I even, find time to do community work a little bit here and there, but I do this part-time, but then I put all my, effort and everything in it. You see, anything can be achievable if the price is right. Okay. No experience required. Okay. They say, I don't want to do this. I can't do this because I don't have any experience in sales. I don't like to recruit and I don't like to do network marketing. It's one of those pyramid, I don't like all this. And they give all these examples of reasons why they can't do the business. Well, you don't need experience. We have people from all walks of life. I just showed you in some of the, examples earlier from the page that have the income. They're able to make extra money like that to support their family. But think about that. You don't need experience. We have a system that will walk you through. Okay. Some people say, I can't do this because I'm too young. All right. People like me don't think about life insurance. People, my surrounding, my friends, their priorities are not, planning for the future. Their priorities are not, buying life insurance or starting a business. They just want to go out there and party and have fun, right? Well, I can tell you, we also have a strong team, young people like you. Some of them think like that too until they find out that illness does not discriminate if you are young and old. And some people who are in their 18 and 20s and their 30s get serious illnesses like kidney failures or cancer and things like that, and they don't have coverage, and their family have to cough up so much money because they're so young. They shouldn't have this kind of illness. They're so young. And so now a lot of young team members, they realize that this is an opportunity more so than to go out there and spread the word and make sure everybody have living benefits, life insurance. That's why we have a very, strong, successful young team members. You can do that. Some people say, well, I can't do it because I'm too old now. My kids are gone now. I'm a grandpa and grandma. I just have to take care of my kids, my grandkids, and I don't have time to go up and down the, country and sideways and, travel here and there and sell life insurance, blah, blah, and blah. He said, you know what? Gillis started this business. Gillis now is $5.5 million a year. If you talk about $4.8 million, that's $400,000 per year, per month. So 5.5, that's more than 400, almost $500,000 per month. That's a lot of money. And Gillis started when he was already 42 years old. Speak very broken English, okay? And now he is extremely successful because he decided that he wants to change his life. If you really want to do that, all it takes is a few good, focused, intensive years, and that's all you need. You can be in your 60 and you can retire in your 65. You can be your 65, work a few years, and you can retire in your 63, 64, 67, 68. Or if you're 70, you can still retire. So it's not a matter of can you do it? It's a matter of why not? What's holding you back? You see? So here at FEG, I think that you should really join us, give us an opportunity to work together, to be partners. What do you say, right? That's my really closing. And whatever, because I already take care of all the other time, money, too young, too old, they really don't have no other excuse, okay, reasons. And if they don't want to do it, like Gillis said, it's probably for other reasons, So let's see here. Let me stop